is, I don't think Bill's on there, right? Bill, you're not on, are you? No. All right, and we have Libby, the wetland scientist, for the notice of intent, so
Okay,
I
great.
think we're ready to go. Who is that, Jason?
It is.
Oh, okay. I think we're ready to start.
You're live.
Thank you.
All right, so welcome to the January 8th meeting of the Groveland Conservation Commission. Oh, okay. I don't remember hearing that.
Okay.
Is there a motion to open the meeting?
Motion to open the meeting.
Second.
Okay, moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Do we need a roll call with, or
No,
Bill's not in?
we don't need a roll call because Bill's not connected, but if
Got
he
it.
does connect, then we'll start
it.
doing that. All right, so we've got Terry, Fred, me, Stephanie, and Jill. Can't vote, but we still want to.
Provides her expertise.
All right, so it's 7:02. So the first order of business this evening is a public hearing for 301 Main Street. It's a notice of intent for proposed landscaping. And I will make a motion to open the hearing at 7:02.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so, let's see. Yeah, so this is a filing for a joint notice of intent with DEP and the Groveland bylaw. And representing the applicant is Libby Wallace, and I see that she's on. Oh, and Bill is on too, so we'll have to do, remind me, make sure we do
Okay, roll call.
roll call if we do any votes. So I'll turn it over to you, Libby.
Good evening. Good to see you all. For the record, my name is Libby Wallace. I am the wetland scientist at Hayes Engineering. We are here before you with a proposal to do some landscaping, take out some trees and shrubs.
Can that
And
be turned up a tiny bit? It doesn't need to be a lot.
We
just a
can't
little.
hear that very well.
Hold on a second.
Just a little.
I adjusted it.
Thank you. You try again, Libby, sorry.
that's all right. I understand. I was having a little trouble of my own.
It's no better.
Okay, for the record, this is Libby Wallace at Hayes Engineering. The applicant, Bob Williams of Star Construction is, I believe, in person at your hearing. And I believe the owner is online with me. We are before you with a proposal for landscaping at 301 Main Street. The proposed work will consist of removing trees and shrubs and some of the ground cover and replacing those areas with a grass mix, loam and grass mix. If I may, I'd like to share my screen and show you the plan, and
Thank you.
we'll,
Give it a shot.
yeah. All right, let's see. All right. Is it showing on your end?
Yes.
All right, so, this area, to orient you, this is, Main Street, and, commonly known as Route 113. The bridge to Haverhill is right next to our project area. This is the old, Getty gas station. That's at 301, and you know the post office right next door at 299 Main Street. The area of proposed work is to the rear and to the left side of the building. In this area, that's about 3,333 square feet of proposed work area. On the site are various resource areas. We have the bank to the Merrimack River with a 100-foot buffer zone shown here in blue. We have a little bit of bordering land subject to flooding shown here in sort of gray brown. The elevation is 19.1 and intrudes just a little bit in our work locus. The entirety of the property is within the riverfront area. This dashed blue line is the 100-foot riverfront area, and over here by the post office is the 200-foot riverfront area. Our work area is within the 100-foot riverfront area. It is about 40 feet from the Merrimack River, the edge of Merrimack River. This is the area that we'd like to clear and plant with a grass mix. We have an erosion control device between the work area and the river. I'd like to show you some photos of the area. Most of the vegetation within the area of work are invasive and species of poor wildlife habitat. Here you can see the south side of the existing building. The building is
Oops, we're not seeing the photos.
so we have the east side of the building with Norway
Libby?
maple.
Libby, we're
Yes?
not seeing what
Oh,
you're seeing.
I'm sorry. Let's see. Sorry about that.
No problem.
All right. Some of you are familiar with the old gas station building. It's in somewhat of a disheveled shape there. So on the east side, we have a number of trees, mostly Norway maple. And at the back side of the building, we have the black locust and few Norway maples in here. This is black locust here. These are mostly of small sapling size trees. It lets in dappled sunlight, but mostly it's shady. We have pockets of Japanese knotweed. This is at the back of the building. We'd like to take those out and dispose of them properly. This is the side. You can see the bridge in the background here. Again, we have Japanese knotweed mixed with black locust and Norway maples. Similar picture with the bridge clearer. There are a few open areas, but mostly they're covered with the saplings and vines. This is vegetation on the north side at the rear of the building. There are patches of goldenrod, and this is a Norway maple here. Again, with the canopy here. And as you can see, there are vines and Norway maples. This is at the edge of the parking area to the side of the building. Again, some goldenrod in an open area. But the idea is to take down the saplings and shrubs in there to open it up so that the backside of the building isn't so shady, and also to allow access to the back of the building. All right, back to the plan. Yeah.
So is this in preparation to some larger project? What's the motivation behind this, aside from making it look pretty?
So basically, it's to reduce the amount of shade at the back of the building. It's all mossy and moldy back there. The intent is just to clear that out. Also, it's pretty thick back there, and they're looking to have easier access to the rear of the building, so that they can do painting or whatever to restore the building. There is another area of work. There's a little piece of a triangular piece of berm that we'd like to put in out at front to more define the entrance. So that's about it. The work will occur within the buffer zone, 3,333 square feet. A small area, 57 square feet, will be within the bordering land subject to flooding. But there's not going to be any impervious area lost, or flood storage volume lost, or activity that will prevent the water from flooding that area. So we will not be significantly impacting that resource area. It's just work within there without impact. All of the work will be within the riverfront area. And we're allowed to do it under the regulations. The landscape area will be cleared and made into a loam and seed area. And that's about it.
Libby, I have a question about the west side of the building. It might help to pull the plan up for that. Within your delineated area of vegetation removal, there's a very steep slope.
Yes,
And-
this area here.
I couldn't tell from the pictures what kind of vegetation is there. You might not want to be pulling significant trees, even if they're invasive and destabilizing the slope. Can you talk about that a little bit?
There are a few sumacs in there, mostly sumacs. If needed, we can just leave the root stock in there and loam over it. Yeah, it's pretty steep, but I think the loam and seed will stabilize that. We can also put some sort of jute netting or blanket over there for stabilization.
Yeah, I think that would be wise.
There's some big maples back there, if I remember correctly.
Yes, there are.
Some of them are falling into the river as we speak.
I did see that, yes. But they're mostly outside of our work area.
Well, I think we need a site walk. Mike?
Yes, I
What do you
think
think?
so, definitely. We understand that, and as well as the applicant knows, that this is a very sensitive site, and so we want to be careful and make sure we have all the information before we make a decision. We know that, the other boards in town have issued permits, so we have to check on those, and so we'll try to be doing that before our next meeting. But I think it makes sense to have a site visit. We visited the site probably, I don't know when that was, 5 years ago or so.
Before they were doing the
Yeah.
remediation?
Well, yeah, but even after that, we did go see a previous filing for landscaping that the owner of the property put in. But I believe that was either in somewhere, like I say, about 4 or 5 years ago. So, what would we like to do for a visit? Do we want to try to do a Saturday so we can see it during the day, or
Yeah, probably.
Daytime.
probably makes the most sense? So, I would say either Saturday, January 25, or Saturday, February 1 makes sense.
I could do the 25th, but it would have to be after, it would have to be like 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay. Can you do 1 o'clock on Saturday?
The
Yes.
25th?
On
Who the heck knows? Maybe.
Or is the first better? I can.
No, put it down for the 25th. It's better to have that and then move it back than
Yes, right.
to try to do things the other way
I
around.
mean, I think we'd even still have the 8th, February 8th, the following Saturday, if we had to push it off. Because
Yeah, that's-
obviously, this is somewhat dependent upon the weather, too.
True.
If there's snow on the ground, it's kind of useless to go trooping around there looking at plants when they're covered with snow. So we'll go for the January 25th at 1 PM. Steph? Yeah. 1 PM on January 25.
Sounds good.
All right. That works for you, Libby?
Yes.
Okay. And Bill, that's okay for you?
You muted, buddy?
Either that or he fell asleep. All right, well, we'll assume that it's okay for Bill. Let me make a note of this. Okay. Yes, so our site visit will be on Saturday, January 25th at 1 PM. We'll meet at the site and,
Move to
Hopefully we-
continue to the
Yes.
February 12th meeting?
yes.
Second.
Any questions about that motion? All in favor? We'll have to do roll call. Terry,
Aye.
Fred? Mike, yes.
Bill
Stephanie?
claims to be
Aye.
unmuted.
And Bill?
Do you want to send me a text, Bill?
Put it in the chat.
I mean, it sounds like you'd be outvoted anyway, but
And you can make it.
February 12th. So we'll continue until February 12th. That motion passes.
I guess we'll just have to, I would like more info on the berm.
Okay. Save that question for the next time, because we already passed the,
Okay, and I guess we can discuss, well, we'll have a chance to look at what's planned.
yes,
At the site walk.
yes. And so definitely he can bring that question up, if that's all right with him.
It's a legitimate question.
Yes. All right, thank you, Libby. We'll see you on January 25, unless there's a bad snowstorm.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Even a
Yeah,
little
bye.
snow shouldn't be much of a problem.
No, you
If
know.
We're looking at trees and knotweed.
No, I think a few inches would be
We're
fine.
not gonna, that's not gonna prevent us from,
So, Bob, be in touch with me, or I'll be in touch with you by email if for some reason we decide to cancel it.
All right, I'll be in Australia on your date.
Oh, okay, well,
So,
we won't worry about you then. Have a good time.
all right, thank you.
All right, so that's the end of our hearings. The next is a public meeting, and this is related to a request for a seasonal restriction waiver regarding the recently approved work at Whitestone Village. And here to explain what they want to do and when they want to do it is John
Yes, correct.
from the applicant's engineering firm.
Right, thank you. Yeah, for the record, my name is John Tilton, Williams Barrages Engineering.
Yeah,
So I was here when we approved it.
couple months ago.
Yeah, you, a little warmer back there, a little warm.
Warmer.
Yeah. So I guess we were kind of, Peter Blaisdell was part of it, kind of unaware that you had a winter season. I knew you had one, but,
yeah.
so we talked about that. So the contractor would like to start the work now. If you,
Apologies, I can't hear him.
Oh, wait.
Oh, the mic.
I'll get you a mic.
We got Mike right here.
All right.
This one?
Yeah, take that.
Sorry, thanks, Jason.
Can you hear me now?
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, loud and clear.
So they think the work probably 2 to 3 weeks for the drainage. They'd like to do that now before the winter. I mean, before the spring and the mud rain season. And I know they already put the silt socks in sacks into the catch basins, and the signs up. So they're requesting time at waiver to do that work, and then the remainder of the work, I think the paving later on, whatever they got to do after that point. So that's about it.
Okay. So, out of the 2 to 3 week period, how many days actual work do you think will take place
In the buffer zone.
in the buffer?
Yeah, in the buffer zone. I'm not sure. The contractor would know. I didn't really wish he was here to answer those questions. I don't know for sure. I don't want to.
You can let us know afterwards.
Okay.
That would be fine. The reason why I ask is because there's a fee related to the waiver. and
Okay.
Obviously, we don't want to charge any more than necessary. So,
Right.
you know,
Okay.
the fewer days that he's working, the better off
Okay.
the Whitestone people will be. So,
And it would be nice if it were consecutive, because that sort of, the whole idea is a start and a finish.
Yeah.
And,
Not 2 weeks. 2 weeks off and two. Right.
something, yeah.
You wanna
yeah, 'cause
bang
it's
it
an
out of there.
Exposed area.
Yeah.
It's not to me, that's not a threatened resource.
Right.
It's not like you've got salamanders getting ready to breed in the lawn there.
And no riverfront.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for,
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't want to speak for him, but I think that was just getting out of this as quickly as possible.
yep,
But Peter and Nish know better than that.
yeah. So,
and the thing to do would be to notify us when you start,
yeah,
notify us when you're done.
Right.
And that way, if stuff's taking place after you say it's not being worked on, then it'll be obvious.
Right.
But it'll also mean that we don't start the clock until you tell us that you're gonna start.
Okay.
and so the work, what do you think, Terry? As far as, what does this come under?
Residential.
Hmm.
Residential, you mean?
Yeah, well.
It is
gonna be-
residential.
Is it going to be the $200 a day or the $400 a day, basically, right?
Well, if it's, no,
I would think it would fall more under the $200 a day rate because this is maintenance, basically it's maintenance and improvement on residential buildings.
that's what I was thinking.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Do you
So-
anticipate any issues, sorry, with frozen ground?
Could be. I mean, it's difficulty working this time of year. It's a frozen ground utility, so that's up to him to figure that out. Yeah, there's a lot of
Digging with shovels, he's gonna have a bobcat.
machine. Yeah, they're doing the park down here. They can do it. It's just slower.
Yeah.
I think the incentive is $200 a day. You want to get in and out of there as quickly because it's 3 weeks versus 2 weeks or a week. So
Yep.
Yeah, right.
yeah. So I don't know, like a start date. It may be 2 months, whatever. If you grant the waiver,
Well, typically what we'll do is we'll say, if potentially he wants to start right away, we can say a period from tomorrow till our next meeting, which is on the 12th. And then if it needs extension after that, you can just say, we need another month.
okay.
And we'll rely on you to track the number of days, let us know when they start, when they finish, and if there's days they can't work, whatever it is. So you track the number of days, so at the end, we can tell you what the.
And you don't need to
Okay.
appear in person to say
Yeah.
you want more time.
All right.
Peter,
Just some sort of-
Peter can just notify me by email.
Okay.
2 days ahead would be a kindness.
All right.
we've already had the pre-construction meeting, so I've been out there, I kind of know what
Yeah.
they're doing.
Okay.
so. All right. Sound good? Sound good?
Motion
good.
to approve the seasonal restriction waiver.
Second.
Okay. So that'll be up, right now it'll be up to February 12th for Monday through Friday, and any changes to that, they'll let us know.
We want to
and-
know ahead of time when
Let
we're
us
going to
know.
start. We want
Yeah,
to know,
start date, end date, number of days worked. All right, sounds good. All in favor, we'll do roll call again. Terry,
aye.
Fred, Mike, yes.
Bill, if you
Stephanie,
want
Aye.
to send me a text or something.
good thing you can hear anyway.
I know, this is weird that we can't hear him.
It always happens, it's like.
And he's not muted on the screen.
I know.
Maybe we can nod.
Yeah. I know, if we could see you, Bill, you could just nod,
Thumbs up.
thumbs up.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Bill says aye,
All
Thank
right.
you.
very
except
good.
it's spelled A-U-E, so I think he means,
Aye.
no, he corrected it. Thank you for doing that for the record, because otherwise it was ow. And today is not Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Yeah, right. So, we're good. I will put together a letter and send it off to Peter, just so you get a record of it.
Thanks, John. You too.
Enjoy. Your walk's shorter than mine.
I drove, Bill.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
wimp.
I know. You're right. Have a good night.
Take care.
All right. Next on the agenda is documents and form updates. So I sent out
Oh, crap.
those two documents from the last time. After editing them with a fine tooth comb, I put your corrections in there. And they seemed pretty good to me. There might be one or two more questions Tom had sent me, and I haven't had a chance to look at what he said. But, so they're almost ready to go. So what I will do is take Tom's questions, try to answer them, see if anything else needs to be changed.
All right, I have to admit, I have to take another look at it,
So
'cause I
if you,
forgot about it.
that means if you haven't sent me comments on them yet, you can,
Okay,
Okay.
good.
still.
Thank you.
What's the deadline? I need a deadline.
Yeah.
The deadline will be, you know, maybe like 2 weeks. Try to get it done by February 1st, 2 or 3 weeks.
Already you're getting slacker.
Well, we've got so many things to fix, but these are actually the most complicated ones. So the other ones aren't anywhere near as bad as these two, as far as the content, what they say. Okay, number 4, conservation agent update. So as far as right now, nothing has changed. You know, I'm still putting in maybe 5 hours a week or so. It's not too bad. And we're not falling behind because there's not a lot going on. So things are good. Rebecca asked me if we want to consider asking for more funds to fund a position that would be half conservation and half planning. Again, now this sounds familiar, that's what we had before with Annie. You know, she was doing half conservation and half planning, right? And they don't have a planner, even though the planner is still in the budget, they didn't fund that portion of the budget. So our town administrator is acting as the town planner, and I'm sure that she's getting a little tired of that. So she wants to refund a portion of that planning position, and then we might be able to hire a full-time person to do these two jobs. And so I told her yes,
There's
because
nothing wrong with that.
I'd be more than
Go
happy
right ahead.
to
Yep.
support that at town
Find
meeting.
that person.
Right?
Find another Annie.
Yes. Because obviously, we're not making much progress hiring somebody for 16 hours a week.
Well, it's tough. There's no benefits.
Yeah.
It's a nasty world out there.
If I were like 20 years younger, maybe I would apply for the job, but, it's like, I don't really want to do this for too much longer. All right. Time for open discussion. Any other questions or any other issues that anybody wants to bring up? Oh, I'll bring up one other thing. Remember the knotweed problem up on Benjamin Street?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, okay. Well, I researched it, and the the developer who was supposed to do that, I think they did the work, but they never reported anything to us. They were required to give us an annual report, and that was like 2.5 years ago. So they never supplied us with a report in September of 2022, nor September of 2023. And this is supposed to end on June 30th, 2026, I believe. So I did contact them, and I got a lot of pushback, like why did we have to do this, blah, blah, blah.
They agreed to it.
Yeah, I know. The pushback didn't make any sense. Actually, they were upset because I said, well, if you don't turn these reports in, then we're not going to do anything else for you until you do. And that got this person very upset. So I did back off for now. But I was told by the partner in this company that we would be getting something very soon. So I've heard from both people saying that they're going to provide us with a report, but yet I haven't seen anything.
Okay.
So, believe me, if they don't provide something very soon, we will be very justified in not responding to anything else in the future that they need from us.
I know, I don't know.
I did go up and look at it. I'm not 100% happy with the results up there. And so that's why I kind of want to see a report on what they've done, because we may want to alter some of what they're doing up there, because it seems like it's working in some places, but not in others.
Well, it's hard to know in the winter.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell now because you can't really tell if the stuff's dead or what, or can't even tell. Last time I was there, I couldn't even tell what
It's
indeed
in a very
was not.
delicate area that's
Where
right,
does-
it's right next to
Yeah, I
Veazey
saw that
Park.
came out for just.
It's like between
Benjamin-
Washington and Veazey Park.
Benjamin Street, Benjamin Road, Benjamin Street.
Is it Benjamin Street?
Yeah, Benjamin. Any other, so that's that story. Trying to think, is there anything else going on? Not really. Anybody else have anything else to bring up?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's Bill.
Bill,
Okay. Guess I finally made my way through the IT tunnel.
Oh my gosh, that was a long, dark
Just
tunnel.
in time to move to adjourn.
No, not yet. Anybody else?
No, I just, Annie sent out that one email about those
Oh, yeah.
evening meetings, those.
oh, yeah.
This seems like something we should try to attend. Maybe if we can get a schedule
We could have a watch
for,
party.
you know, who.
Actually, that would be amazing.
I'm planning to go, and I'm less likely to do it from my own house. Come here and do
Right.
it.
Party of one.
Come here and do it, you can't break out the beers.
Good point.
Well, that's true.
Terry's house it is.
Fire pit,
What are you gonna bring, a TV outside?
been done during COVID.
And
Yes.
they go all the way through August too, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
Well-
Bill, you're amazing for mentioning that. Thank you.
The ones, some of them are
I'm
not.
so amazing. How come I couldn't get through the IT stuff?
The schedule of them, there were a couple that looked good, particularly applicable with the one about riverfront areas.
Well, wildlife habitat eval would be good.
Yeah,
Maybe less coastal.
wasn't there one on a Wednesday night?
I think it's all
They're
Mondays.
all Mondays.
Oh, they're all on
Those are all Mondays. I think some of the classes, I think, are.
Yeah, this would be good
Wednesdays.
because it's nice to have refreshers.
Mondays.
They also mentioned scholarships being available to pay for.
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
fundamentals.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for those of you who still need your fundamentals.
Not Stephanie and I.
Yeah, this is good. It would be fun to have a watch party.
So the first one is when,
January 27th,
oh,
from 6 to 7:30. Looks like
somebody
it's-
wanna
Like the
take
general one.
responsibility for these, for this?
To remind people about it?
Well, and to maybe say, oh, we're all gonna get together at such and such a time. if you
I mean, I
want
would
to.
offer at my house, but my living room is the size of this table. VZ,
Yeah, yeah, we can
can we
do-
set up a TV at VZ?
Well, what we need is, I'm pretty sure we could use something.
Like in the
there.
boardroom?
Yeah, yeah, because we just need an internet signal and a TV. And I think they have isn't there a large screen TV there? now,
I'll ask
Stephanie?
Vanessa. All right, I'll take it on. And along those lines of taking that on, is there anything from Concom that we want to put on the TV show? What's Up Groveland? Have you guys seen it yet? You did? Oh, good.
Yes,
Oh, good. Is there anything from any of this that we want to highlight at all?
What about what to do if you think you need a permit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The things that fall under our purview and
We can at
where to
least,
go.
we don't have to, and since Rich is one of the anchors of the show, we can have him explain it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to read what it says, but he can, give us. a
Point
few
you in the right direction.
Highlights about it and
Yeah.
just say it's on the,
And why it's important?
yes, right.
Yeah.
So that's a good idea.
Because I think that's the issue, is people don't understand
Don't
why
even
it's
know.
important.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Good idea, good idea.
Oops. Okay. Anybody-
Anything else?
Anything else?
Did you see the Georgetown?
Oh,
Concom agent?
yes.
Yeah.
What?
Be careful if you submit
Who has
mileage.
insight?
Don't
What happened?
submit mileage if you didn't drive the car.
Wait, what happened?
She wasn't able to drive. She doesn't have her license temporarily. So one of the members of the commission was driving her around to site visits and did, a handful of drives. And I think she paid them for their gas and then she put in a reimbursement for herself, but she didn't actually drive the miles. Someone must have seen it at some point.
Was that
because
in
it
a
came up
paper
in a
or something?
FOIA. There was a
In the
FOIA
town
request,
common.
Oh, it was in the town comment?
Yeah.
There was a what
yeah.
request?
like a FOIA,
Freedom of
freedom of-
information.
yeah,
Oh,
about mileage reimbursements. So somebody specifically saw.
Well,
that
one
was
of the
on.
members of the select board has it in for the commission.
Okay,
So
we're on camera.
No, I mean, it's public knowledge. And so
We're
there,
still on camera.
one member of the select board, who will remain unnamed,
our select board or
no,
Georgetown's?
in that town,
Oh,
has constantly been involved in, they caused the former chair to resign. they fired the
Wow.
former agent,
Wow.
accused a few people on the commission of like being, what was it? I don't know, but it turned out that they didn't do anything wrong. Oh, that their that was it. The former agent was accused of fraud, entering fraudulent time records. And so they hired a private investigating
No.
firm, and they reported this to the state. The investigation came back and found that he did nothing wrong.
They
But-
paid town money to hire a PI.
Yeah, I know. But they found that the town had a poor record-keeping system, and it was the town's fault. But I will stress that we are on our best behavior here in Groveland.
I never put in for reimbursement for anything because I'm not
Well,
smart.
We don't have any money to pay reimbursement, but
Good reason for that.
you know, we have to be careful about following the open meeting law in particular, and any other rules that we shouldn't be breaking, because people are watching, you know. I got called on the carpet for, an open meeting law problem, and, it wasn't very good. It was just a minor issue, but, if people have an out-in for you, sometimes you gotta watch out.
Well, so to be clear, if we're going to have a watch party for these classes,
She
At
says
BZ Park.
that it wasn't a meeting,
okay, good.
But
As long as
you-
we don't discuss anything.
Yeah,
as long as we don't discuss anything.
right.
Okay.
As long as we don't turn it into a meeting, it's not a
Right.
meeting.
Okay, cool.
You can meet together with a quorum as long as you're not discussing,
You mean socially?
yeah.
You can meet socially as
Yes.
long as you don't discuss
Yes.
stuff. Okay.
And this could be a meeting anyway, because if we're meeting at VZ Park, that's another
We ju-
town-owned property.
We just have
so
to announce it, though.
You'd have to post it, yeah, if you wanted to, but
Okay.
But these aren't open to the public, so.
no.
So
it
there's
really
a
doesn't-
problem with posting it.
Yeah, well, it could be, oh, that's right, they say it's not open to the public.
Oh.
Yes,
Just
good,
saying.
Okay.
all right, all right.
Problem solved. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, roll call,
Aye.
He said
Aye.
Terry.
Aye.
Fred. Mike, yes, and Stephanie.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Jason.
We're done, Jason.